So there might be some offensive stuff, whatever. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So every so often separatism pops up in the news. But why do English Canadians lose it over Quebec sovereigntists wanting to leave the country? Look, no one wanted this union more than Quebec did. But people grow apart. And English Canada is not handling it well. I mean, the intimidation Quebecers face for even considering it just makes them want to leave more, doesn't it? It'd be like a couple you know could be happily married, but for the guy's insecurity about their relationship. Like, what if from day one it were, Marie, I can't imagine my life without you. I'm thrilled we're finally married. Oh yes, my darling, this is the happiest day of my life. I know what you mean. Just one more thing, my love. Don't you ever leave me. If you do, I'll make your life a living hell. If you even contemplate a divorce, I'll consult every lawyer around so you won't even find one to represent you. Now what rational person wouldn't immediately plan an exit strategy? You tell me? And what kind of dick would begrudge such feelings? Just so I'm clear, we in English Canada are the dick. We're the ones making these threats. Constricting not just what she does, but what she's even allowed to think of doing. We hear our case every day, man. What's wrong, Marie? You think about leaving me, aren't you? You think I can't tell what you're saying on the phone to your sister in French? Well, I don't have to learn your crappy language to see in your face that you're devoted to this marriage. You think you'd be happy without me? What are you, crazy? After everything I've given you? Slaving all day at work to make up for your lack of productivity to support our family? Well, you betrayed me with your thoughts, plotting on how you might unravel our union. Because let me tell you, you're gonna need more than 50% plus one votes to break up this family. Oh, how many, you ask? I'm not gonna say, okay? But let me put it this way. Whatever number you can't reach, that's the one. And even if you do manage to wreck our children's home, I hope not, you're not thinking of taking any money with you. Because it's clearly too good for me and my currency. Still want that alone time, Marie? Marie? Because it's not like this started out as an equal relationship. Quebec was like an impoverished woman of a plundered town, forced out of desperation into courting some brutish soldiers from the conquering army. The English dictated marriage terms in 1867, and at the time, Quebec wanted representation in government determined by population. But the outnumbered English were like, no. We're two distinct societies. We should power equally. You be Lower Canada, we'll call ourselves, I don't know, Upper Canada. But trust us, we're equal. And that's how it was. Until the English outnumbered the French, and suddenly, conveniently, it changed to representation by population. And Quebec was like, what happened to the equal nations thing? You said we were equal. What? And throughout this unequal courtship, Quebec was mistreated. Verbally, physically, for centuries. And nowadays, English Canada is like, well, we're equal now. What's that chip on your shoulder, Quebec? Why do I have to do the dishes 4 days every week? If anything, it should be 4 days one week for me, 4 days the next for you. And she's like, reparations, that's why. From all those times you rode me like a horse in front of your drunken friends, and then made me do the dishes every single day. And he's like, that's years ago. Get over it. And she's like, tell that to my backbuster. It still hurts. Especially when you convince yourself you're bilingual and think you can actually speak French. Okay, that was that. But my next impression is of a guy I like to call Stanley. Now, Stanley's been in prison a long time, and he just got out, but he's feeling lonely. It's hard making friends. Lots of folks use Facebook nowadays. Odd thing is, they send mixed messages on it, you know? Take this guy I met a few months ago, Darren. Now, the very night we meet, he adds me as a friend on Facebook. Can you believe that? Right away, he likes me enough to call me his friend. What a generous soul. I guess that's what folks mean when they see this younger generation's more connected to one another, you know? I did
think I made much of an impression. He didn't seem that interested that night when I talked to him. Guess he must have had a lot in his mind. Later on, wanted me to know how much I meant to him. Thing is, when I asked him what he's doing a week later, he must have been busy because all he wrote back was a short, funny comments. I thought, oh, okay, I guess he'll get back to me. But he didn't. And when I tried to get the ball rolling a month later by giving him details of what was going on in my life, he barely responded. He hasn't replied to anything since. Made me wonder, does he want to know me at all? So I hit this profile, and it still very clearly said, friend. I mean, why would you select friend if you didn't mean it? I have to tell you, you started to look like a phony. But just last Friday, my doubts were put to rest. He invited me to a party, everybody. Gee, I feel like such a dodo for being so insecure. I hope he has enough space, though. He's invited over 500 people. The exact number of Facebook friends he has. What are the odds? Back in high school, I hadn't had anything close to that many friends, but I still be selective for an event, you know? Hang out one group one time, another the next. He must be confident we all have them in common to really get along well. Oh, and I'm just touched he cared enough to include me. Yeah, it was rough saying all at first. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful, meaningful friendship. All right. So you know, folks, I have a confession to make, which is that I hate Halloween. I guess because I spent my teenage years handing out candy instead of having fun trick-or-treating, right? Which is how it should be. But in my hometown, you have 17-year-olds showing up at your door. I mean, look, it's great when it's cute little kids, but not these people. You know we're drinking and having sex. I mean, maybe it's my jealous teenage self speaking. But I think that's immoral. To exploit society's one generous day for kids who want candy by conveniently pretending you're still a kid in that one area, I think that's once a foreign penis or vagina enters your mouth, then free candy, given by good people you don't know, doesn't get to go in it anymore. I just think that's an unwritten rule. That candy's for the innocent, okay? Unless, of course, that entry was non-consensual, in which case, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Please, take as much candy as you want. It's the least we can do. You're still innocent. All right, I'm going to end with this last one. And it's addressed to the men. Guys, I gotta ask, what is with the spitting?
Yes.
Right? I don't know if women know this, but men spit a lot when they're sick with phlegm, after they've exercised. And it's bad enough that they do it on the ground outside, but inside, it's into sinks, drinking fountains, into urinals even, the animals. Why not swallow? No idea. Okay. As soon as I hear that hawking noise that comes before spitting, you know, like some harbinger of grossness, I react like a hostage to a gun being loaded, you know, knowing it's just gonna go off. If I don't hear spitting, I'm fine with it, okay? You hawk all you want. But if it's followed by this sound, then I get nauseous. And I don't know if it's because of shame or sex appeal, but you never see a guy spit when he's with a woman. I guess because women have to endure all the same harshness in life. But and have just so much reason to partake in this disgusting habit, right? But they don't. And they wouldn't understand why a man they love would. But ladies, spitting did not go out of fashion with chewing tobacco. Men just kept doing it behind your back. Okay, which means you have the power to end this. Okay, help me campaign against it.
Yeah.
Post for ads frowning at spitting men. Tell your significant other to stop unless he wants to see you start too. And when it comes down to it, you threaten to spit right at him. Which should do the trick. Unless he's into that. Okay, which is your cue to get the heck out of that relationship. You do not want to up it to some sadomasochistic level. After all, this sicko's had target practice mistreating the drinking fountains in his life. You don't want to see what it'll do to you. All right, thank you very much. You're a great audience. Oh, I'm so happy. And thank you very much to your host over here, Will. Thank you very much for putting this together. Thank you.